Greetings to everyone and welcome back to our channel. Yes, today let's try to look at the UNEB UACE ICT 2025 paper 1. This paper was done on 20th November, Thursday. Let's try to see and look at the correct responses of this old curriculum senior 6 paper. What was expected into this paper. And this is the paper. This is the paper. This is the paper. Uganda National Examination Board, Uganda Diversity Certificate of Education, Subsidiary Information and Communication Technology, paper 1, theory. The instructions. This paper consists of 20 questions. Answer all the questions in this paper. All the answers should be written in the blue or blank ink in spaces provided. Yes, I would love to thank each of you who has taken the initiative to subscribe, to comment, to share. Yes, let's keep growing. Let's keep growing, and thank you so much. Well, before we look at the answers of this paper, 30th November, this very month, we are having an ICT annual teachers capacity building workshop. Yes, we are having this workshop for Central because ever since this year started, we have been having these workshops in different regions of the country. And this time round, as we close the year, we are now having this very workshop at Nakawa. That is the ICT Innovation Hub. Nakawa, the National ICT Innovation Hub. Please don't miss 30th this very month. I think next Sunday. Next Sunday, don't miss. It is free of charge because other regions a fee was incurred, but this time round it is free of charge. Please don't miss. Just move up with the snack and a drink for yourself. We shall be having Mr. Kakulu Bernard for the session as our lead facilitator, looking at the WordPress, Expression Web, the Dreamweaver, and Front Page, and many others. We shall also look at settings under the ICT papers and other initiatives from the subject. Not moving alone, we are having the ICT Teachers Association of Uganda, Itau President will also be there, and he will present to us Mr. Luchamzi Ronald. He will be part of us, and he will be looking at the AI and developing assessment items. Please don't miss this initiative. Don't miss it. Don't miss. And so many presenters will be there. Mr. Bernard will be there. The president will be there, and so many presenters. Nevertheless, kindly grab a copy of our new curriculum books, the Innovative ICT book, the one in blue, and the one in white is the Innovative ICT Teacher's Guide. The guide responds to the learner's book. Please grab a copy, call the author onto those numbers, and grab a copy in soft copy or hard copy. The books are both practical and theory. Don't miss this opportunity to teach your learners. And for the sake of those of O level, we still have our resourceful book, ICT at hand, from senior 1 to senior 4. It is also in theory and practical. Please grab a copy for yourself. Yes. Now let's dive back to our mission, our UNEB paper. Yes. We have seen the instructions, and now let's try to move further. Answer all the questions in this paper. Akulu left her office when her computer was working normally. The following day, the computer failed to start. Suggest any 3 possible causes of computer failure. 1. computer-related issues. 2, the hardware malfunction. And then 3, corrupted system files or operating system failure. Of course, there are so many, but we can move with these 3. When I talk about the power-related issues, I'm bringing in the power cable, the computer outlets, and other computer internal power supply units. They may have been disconnected or faulty. Then the hardware malfunction, the components such as the motherboard, the RAM, and other SSD drives may have been damaged or loose. Then this corrupted system failure, we may look at the OS may have become corrupted due to an improper shutdown, the malware and other machine from booting. That was number 1, part A. We wanted the power-related issues, hardware malfunction, the corrupted system files, and many others. Part B of number 1. Name any 2 tools which are used in the maintenance of the computer hardware. Of course, there are so many tools, but you can move with these major 2. The screwdrivers and the anti-static script strip. Yes, there are so many tools that we can look at. Number 2, define the term information processing cycle. The information processing cycle refers to the sequence of steps a computer system follows to transmit raw data into meaningful information. That is the definition. Part B. The illustration below shows the stages of an information processing cycle. This was given to us. Part A, Part B, Part C, and Part D. Name the stages labeled. Part A, input. Part B, processing. Part C, output. Part D, storage. Number 3. Explain the significance of post in the booting process. 1. Hardware verification. Error detection, and we look at the system stability. Initialization of hardware enabling the bootloader. Those are the expected answers. However, we are talking about to explain, meaning that we have to look at the point, then we talk about briefly. The hardware verification. POST checks whether essential hardware components such as the RAM, the CPU, the keyboard, system timer, and storage devices are present and functioning correctly. That is 1. Then 2, the error detection. If hardware fails, faults exist. POST detects them before the operating system loads. It may display error messages or emit beep codes to detect specific issues. This number, part A, has 2 marks. Of course, we have already scored them from here. We have given and they have explained. Nevertheless, system stability. By ensuring that all required components are working properly, POST prevents the system from attempting to boot with faulty or missing hardware, which could cause crashes or data loss. There are so many, there are here, 5 of them. You can give 2 and then explain. Part B. Suggest any 2 incidents that can necessitate one to warm boot a computer. They want 2 incidents. The computer becomes unresponsive or freezes when the computer freezes. 2. After installing new software or after updating the system software onto the computer. These are some of the major incidents that one can take to warm boot his or her computer. There are so many, you can give so many of them. Part C. State the use of a bootstrap loader in relation to booting process. The bootstrap loader locates, loads, and starts the operating system from secondary storage into the computer's main memory. That is the main use of that bootloader. 1 mark was awarded. Number 4. Give the functionality of a barcode reader. There are so many, but since 2 marks were awarded, you can give like 2. Yes. Scans the barcode. That's the first functionality. Using a laser beam or imaging scanner. 2. Reads the pattern of bars and spaces to detect the encoded data. 3. Converts the scanned information into digital data that a computer can understand. Then you can also look at transmits the data into the computer for processing, such as retrieving product details or updating inventory. Part B of number 4. 2 marks were awarded, you can choose any 2. Part B of number 4. State any 3 types of data contained in barcodes. 1. Product identification number. That is, of course, the item code. 2. Manufacturer or company code that identifies the producer. Then 3. Price-related data, such as the batch number or stock keeping information. They are there. Those are the 3 types, major types. Number 5. The table below shows examples of system software. Tick appropriately the category to which each of the examples belong. The example, the system utilities, programming languages, and then the operating system. The first one, that is a utility program. The second one is a programming language. The third one is the operating system. The fourth one, that is a programming language. And then the last one is a utility program. The window uninstaller is a utility program. That is the table. And we have ticked the table. It looks like that. These were the appropriate collect options. Yes. Looking at number 6. State the use of the domain name. The domain name is used to identify and access websites on the internet in the human-friendly way. That's the use of the domain name. Part B. Explain the following website types. The protocols, the blogs. Yes. A portal is a website that serves as a central access point to a wide range of information and services. It provides features such as email, news, search engines, links, and other sites, and personalized content. For example, the Yahoo, the government portals, and school portals. We are explaining for us to be awarded the 2 marks. We have defined what a portal is, and we have given a few examples of the portals. The government portals, the school portals, and others. Then the blogs. A blog is a type of website where an individual or group of regularly posts written content arranged in reverse chronological order. Of course, the blogs often include personal options, news updates, or information articles on specific topics. That is the blog. We have explained and we have gone further to give a few examples onto that. Looking at another part. Number 7. Select a device from the given list that matches with the statement. You have been given this. The multiplayer, plexer, the modem, the gateway, the repeater, the switch, and the bridge. The hardware and software device that contains different network is referred to as a gateway. A network device which regenerates signals to send over a long distance, that is a repeater. Part C. A device with several NIC ports that enable many computers to be connected on a network, that is a switch. A device used to connect similar networks is referred to as a bridge. The device that converts a signal from analog to digital and vice versa is a modem. Then number 8. Number 8. Suggest computer threats that can be prevented by the following security measures. 1. Data encryption. We are looking at the computer threats. 1. Unauthorized access to data. Data interruption during transmission, and data theft. Part B. Installation of surge protectors. Damage to computer hardware caused by power surges. Data loss due to sudden sparks in electronic voltage. Part C. Debugger proofing. Physical theft of computers and equipment. Unauthorized physical access to computer rooms. Instituting a computer user log. We shall look at unauthorized use of computer systems, misuse or improper activities by users, and lack of accountability among users. Lastly, backup important files. Data loss due to hardware failure, loss of information after virus attacks or corruption, then accidental deletion of files. You can give two onto each option. Number 9. Describe the term cell as used in the data management office applications. A cell is a rectangular box formed at the intersection of a row and a column. For example, for the Excel and Google Sheet. That is the definition of a cell. A table below shows the result of students in S6 sub ICT class used to answer the questions from Roman 1 to Roman 2, and we have been given that information extracted from the Excel sheet. Give the name of the application software which was used to enter and store the data above. That is Microsoft Excel. We may talk about the Google Sheet or the LibreOffice Calc. Part 2 or Roman 2 of number 9. Write a formula that would be used to calculate Subi James's mark out of 40 using absolute cell referencing. Then here we shall have to look at the formula, because when you look at Subi is in cell F4, and they're talking about the mark out of 40. The mark out of 40, that is in cell C, in column C. So we shall have at C4 out of 40. If Subi James out of 100 scored 60, then how many marks did he score out of 40? So we shall have to compute our formula into this cell C4. Let's try to look at it. We shall come and say that out of 100 is cell B4. Then the conversion factor, it will be the 0.4 is in cell C10. The formula will be B4 times the $C the 10. Because why are we saying 10? Because our cell had to move up to this side here. We shall compute it from here, and that will be the formula. This will be the formula given to us here. Moving on. Number 10. Explain the term ethical issues as used in ICT. Ethical issues are the moral principles and concerns that guide how technology should be used responsibly. Ethical issues in ICT involve deciding what is right or wrong when using computers and digital information. They relate to respecting privacy avoiding misuse of data, protecting intellectual property, and ensuring that technology is used in a fair and responsible manner. We shall be able to be awarded the 2 marks after giving this information. We are explaining this term. We have given the definition and other related explanations building up onto the definition. Part B, number 10. Outline 3 ways in which ICTs have improved the service delivery in Ugandan schools. 1. Improved teaching and learning. 2. Better record keeping and management. Then 3. Enhanced communication. There are so many uses of ICT in schools, but we may move with these 3 major ones. Number 11. State any 3 factors one would consider before buying a printer. Yes, before buying a printer. And not forgetting, November 30th, this very month, it will be a Sunday, we are having an ICT annual teachers capacity building workshop at the innovative ICT hub Nakawa. The DD facilitator is here, Mr. Kakulu Bernard. Please don't miss at National ICT Innovation Hub. The workshop is free of charge. Please don't miss. Please don't miss. Don't miss. And you will be accompanied by the Itau president, Mr. Luchamzi Ronald. Don't miss. And you will be looking at the AI and developing assessment items. Don't miss 30th November this very month. Free entry. Just move along with your drink, your snack to accompany you. Don't miss 30th November. Number 11. Purpose and type of the printer needed. You're looking at the factors one would consider before buying a printer. The purpose and the type of the printer needed. Whether you need a inkjet, laser, or photo printer, all in one based on your task C. What's the purpose? 2. Costs of operation. Price of ink, the toner, the page yield, and the other maintenance cost C. Cost of operation. Then lastly, you may look at the print speed and quality. Pages per minute and the resolution depending on whether you need fast or high quality output. Those are the 3 major factors one considers before buying a printer. Number 11B. Give any 2 advantages of a flash over a hard drive. A flash is more compatible, is more durable. A flash is lower power consumption, uses very little electricity compared to the hard disk. Then more compatibility, smaller, lighter, and easy to carry in the pocket. Flash disk is more durable, no moving parts, making it resistant to shock or physical damage. Faster access time, reads and writes data faster because it uses solid state memory. Those are the advantages of a flash disk over hard drives. Number 12. Write true or false against each of the following statements. 12A. System software compresses user tasks in a computer. False. Part B. System software coordinates computer hardware. That is true. C. Windows Multimedia is an example of the system software. False. Not true. Part D. Application software provides the platform for system software to run. That is false. Then lastly, a computer can operate without programming languages. No, that's not true. The answer is false. That is number 12 of our paper. Number 13. Choose the appropriate acronym form from the list below to fill the blank part C. That is from A to E. These acronyms. We have the HTTP, the IP, ISP, MBPS, URL, TCP, KB, HTML. These are the acronyms here. A unique location or reference for a specific resource on the World Wide Web is, that is, a URL. Part B. A numerical address uniquely assigned to each computer or device on a network, that is an IP address. IP. Images, text, videos, and audio files which are transferred over the World Wide Web must conform to a set of rules, abbreviated as HTTP. Very good. Part C. The capacity of data transmission media can be measured in Mbps. True. Then lastly, an organization that provides internet connection and services to people, institution, is called an ISP. That's true. Number 14. Define the term data communication as used in ICT. Data communication refers to the exchange of data between two or more devices through transmission media such as cables, radio waves, or wireless signals. To max worded. Number 14B. Differentiate between local area network and the wide area network. Meaning that as we differentiate these two networks, we have to use the word while, whereas, something of the kind. The responses, you could get any of these four. For example, as we have given, the local area network covers a small geographical area, such as home, school, office, or building. While, meaning that now after giving this first point, you put the word well, then you come and look at the wide area network and you say covers a large geographical area, such as a city, country, or even worldwide. To get that 1 mark, because the number part B has 2 marks, that is the one. Looking at another, usually owned, managed, and controlled by a single organization, while the world area network may connect multiple long distance areas. You may look at it. Has high data transfer speeds, while the world area network often relies on third-party services providers, the telecom companies and others. You can choose a 2 from those answers we have given. Less expensive to set up and maintain, while the world area network has slower speeds compared to the LAN due to long distance transmissions. Part C of the question. State one of the example of the guided transmission media. 1. The twisted power cable, the fiber optical cable. There are so many. There are so many examples. You can give any of your best. That is number 14C. Yes. Let's look at number 15. Let's look at number 15. Outline transfer of data and information has been greatly embraced in our country. These are the 3 advantages of online registration. 1. Convenience. We are listing the advantages. Convenience, time saving, improved accuracy, cost effective, easy data storage and retrieval. However, when we talk about convenience, users can register anytime and anywhere with the internet access. Talking about the time saving, eliminates checks and reduces processing time. Looking at 3, the improved accuracy reduces errors since applicants enter their own data. 4. The cost effective. Saves money on printing, transport, and manpower. Part 5 is the data storage and retrieval. Information is securely stored and can be accessed quickly when needed. They wanted only 3. You can choose any 3 of those. Just listing: convenience, time saving, improved access, cost effective, is the data storage and retrieval. Choose 3 out of the 5. 15D. 15B. Identify any 2 disadvantages of electronic fund transfer system in your country. Just any 2 disadvantages. Recycle of cybercrime and fraud. Risk of cybercrime and fraud. 2. System and network failures. Technical errors. Limited access for non-tech users and possible transaction delays. Looking at the risk of cybercrime and fraud, hackers can interrupt or manipulate online transactions. Now, looking at the system and network failures, we may look at that electronic fund transfer cannot work during internet downtime or power outages. No way. Then the technical errors. The mistyped account numbers can lead to money being sent to the wrong accounts. Then this limited access for the non-tech users. People without digital skills may find the system difficult to use. And then this possible transaction delays. High traffic bank verification processes or system maintenance can slow down transfers. That is number 15. 15B wanted only 2 answers, 2 marks. Out of the 5, you may have written only 2. Number 16. A special effect used to introduce a slide during a slideshow is timed as, that is a slide transition. Part B16. Explain the following terms as used in presentation software. Hyperlink animation. A hyperlink is a clickable connection in the presentation that leads to another location. That is the hyperlink. Yes, it can link to a slide within the same presentation, a file, a web page, or even an email address. Yes. So when clicked during a slideshow, it instantly takes the presenter to the linked destination. That is the hyperlink. Then animation refers to a special effect applied to text, image, or objects on a slide to control how they appear, move, or even disappear. Yes. We may look at the flying in, the fading, the zooming, the spinning effects used to make this presentation more engaging. That is number 16, part B. Number 17. Fred unplugged the printer from the computer, but it continued printing a document he sent. Why did the printer continue printing the document? 2 marks. Of course, now we have to explain why this printer continued with the print job given to it. The printer continued printing because print jobs are first stored in the printer's memory. When Fred sent the document to print, the computer transferred the entire print job to the printer's internal memory. Even after unplugging the printer from the computer, the printer already had the document stored and simply continued printing from its buffer. Why? The reason as to why is because the printer stores that print job into its memory. Even if you unplug it, as long as it is still in power. And this unplugging, they meant removing that HDMI cable or the fiber cable from the computer to the printer. But as long as it is still in power, after sending that print job, it will continue printing. Yes. That is part A. Then part B, outline a step of Outline a set of steps one would follow in order to print a document. Yes, a few steps. 3 marks. 1, the first step. Open the document you want to print. That's the first step. 2, click on File in the menu bar. Select Print from the drop-down menu or press Ctrl P. 4, choose the printer you want to use from the list. 5, set your print options. For example, we talk about the number of copies to print, the pages, and others, orientations, and so many. Then lastly, after ensuring that all those options are selected appropriately, click OK or Print to start printing. After giving out these steps, you will be able to get your 3 marks. That's number 17B. Yes. Moving on. Number 18. State one function of each of the following parts of a microprocessor. They're talking about the control unit, the arithmetical logical unit, the registers. The control unit directs and coordinates all operations of the computer by sending control signals to other components. That is the control unit. Because still under the control unit, that's where we have the machine cycle. Yes. The machine cycle, the fetching, the coding, the execute, store, and others. 2, arithmetical logical unit. Performs all arithmetical operations. We are talking about the addition, the subtraction, and the logical operations such as comparison. That is the ALU. 3, registers. Provide small, high-speed storage locations used to hold data and instructions temporarily during processing. Those are the registers. Because when the instructions are fetched from the storage media, they will temporarily be held in registers. Yes, during that machine cycle. That's the purpose of the registers. Well, part B, 18. Name the first 2 steps that are taken by the control processing unit, by the central processing unit, to run a signal instruction. Of course, there are 2. I said the fetching, the decoding, the extraction, and the storage, store. The first 2, that is fetch and decoding. Yes. The fetching, the CPU retrieves the instruction from memory. Yes. Then when this instruction are retrieved from the memory, we shall see the second step of the computer will be translating the instructions into the language that you and the computer will understand. That is decoding. Yes. Those were the first 2. 1 and 2, fetching and the decoding, were the appropriate answers. Yes. I just added these 2 to complete the machine cycle, because these are the 4 procedures or steps taken under the control unit in the machine cycle. Number 19. Distinguish between sender and receiver as elements of data communication. Let's talk about the sender. The device or person that originates and transmits data or a message in a communication system. While receiver, the device or person that accepts and interprets the data or message sent by the sender. We get our 2 marks after distinguishing the sender and the receiver. The sender, that is the message in communication system. Then the receiver, the message sent by the sender. Yes, the person who interprets, then the person who originates and transmits data. Well, part B, 19. Identify the mode of transmission used by the following devices: the walkie-talkie, the TV remote to TV set, then the telephone. Let's look at walkie-talkie. Simplex. Communication is one direction at a time. The mode of communication is simplex. The TV remote is also simplex. Why? Remote only sends the signals to the TV, but the TV will not send back any signal to the remote control. Then the telephone, that is the full duplex. Both parties can talk and listen at the same time to each other. Those were the mode of transmission medias. The walkie-talkie, simplex. One direction at a time, you talk, I talk. You press to talk, you release to listen, something of the kind. Then the TV also, the remote TV, simplex. Signals are only sent to the TV, but they are not sent back. The telephone, of course, that's the full duplex. We both talk at a go. Yes. You listen, you talk, you listen, you talk at a go. Then lastly, number 20. Define the term application suite as used in ICT. An application suite is a collection of related application programs packaged together and designed to work as a group. That's the definition. Then part B, 20B. Name 3 examples of application software. They want only 3, but we have given all. Microsoft Word, Microsoft Excel, the Adobe Photoshop, the Google Chrome, the Visual Media Player. The Visual Media Player. Out of those 5, at least you might have completed down only 3. And by the end of the paper, you will receive your 100 marks. Because this is the old curriculum, it is still marked out of 100. This is the paper, and those were the draft responses for this paper. Yes, the Uganda Advanced Certificate of Education. I'm still reminding you of the workshop. Please don't miss it. It is free of charge. It is free of charge. Don't miss. Come and attend. Come and interact with the facilitators, with the authors. Free of charge. I told you that we have been moving region to region, but with a fee charged to attend these workshops. And I would love to thank whoever taken the initiative of attending these workshops in the different regions, the western, the northern, the eastern, and now we are in central. And for central, we have set the workshop at the National ICT Innovation Hub at Nakawa. A lot will be shared. Please come and attend. Mr. Kakulubi, the leading facilitator, is here. And the Itao president, Mr. Luchams Ronald, will also be talking to us. Mr. Dumba Stefan will also be there. There are so many, I can't mention all. There are so many. Please come and be part of this session. Don't miss. Lastly, don't forget to acquire yourself a copy of the new curriculum A-level aligned with the syllabus. Contact the author and acquire these books for A-level. The learner's guide is there in blue and the teacher's guide in white. O-level, I sit at hand, the book is here. Please grab yourself a copy in both soft copy and the hard copy. Thank you for watching. Continue to like, continue to share. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for the time you have given to watch this video. I really appreciate the initiative, the effort you have put into this thing. Let's meet again in the next video. Let's meet on Sunday, 30th November at the National ICT Innovation Hub, Nakawa. Stay blessed and bye bye.